Guys, today we're going to talk about how you can improve your tennis without leaving your home at all, whether you're injured or when you're at home because of the lockdown, just like we are right now. So without further ado, let's get started. I know it's pretty hard to get stuck at home because if you're a parent, you've been spending a certain amount of time and effort and money into your child's tennis, and now it seems like it's going away. And if you're a player, obviously you're missing the game that you love, so it's tough on you that way. But I think anytime we have certain constraint, we can find a lot of positives in it and still improve and come out as a better player at the end of this. So I present you 5 things that I think you can do at home at any time that will make you a better tennis player. So before we get started, I want to explain that on a basic level, tennis consists of 4 very important pillars, and those pillars are technique, tactic, physical development, and psychological development. So whenever you're in a gym, on a court, you're traveling somewhere, you're playing a tournament, maybe you're playing just a friendly soccer game, you're improving one of those 4 things, sometimes more than one, but usually you're isolating one thing that you're working on. All the things that I'm going to be talking about will address one of those things so that you can develop all of those things while sitting at home. Number 1 thing is watch tennis. And it may seem like an obvious advice, but you'll be surprised how many people are not actually doing it. And what I mean by this is to simply watch a match from the beginning to the end. And I've been mentioning this many times, whether in my private lessons, in my group lessons, in my consultations. It's very important that a player watching tennis from the beginning to the end of the match, because it allows you to see how the match develops, how players change tactics, how their emotional state is changing during the match, what they do during changeovers. And all of these matches, they usually come with very good commentary by either former pros or super knowledgeable commentators. Maybe stretch it out in a couple days sitting, but finish the match. Plus, you will learn that tennis is not just some fancy shots. It's about strategizing your match. It's about managing your emotions. It's about adjusting your tactics and dealing with adversity. So in this way, you will learn more about the game in general. What's also important when you're watching tennis matches is understanding how players play tactically. Do they do the same thing that your coach is teaching you? Are you doing those same things that the professional players are doing? And if not, it presents a perfect opportunity for you and your coach, maybe start a conversation to what you can do better and how can you improve once you're on court again. And also, if you recorded your own tennis matches, it's a great opportunity to watch them, analyze them, and learn from them as well. And this time presents a perfect opportunity that you start doing that. Second thing you can do at home is, and I cannot stress enough how important this is, and this is shadowing or shadow swinging. When I was a junior tennis player, we used to shadow swing like crazy. And I'm talking about shadow swinging before the drill begins, while on court. So we would take it to the next level. We would shadow swing after the practice, before the practice. My father would actually make me shadow swing back at home. And actually, funny story, I was, I would say like 13, 14 years old. I was very sick one time, and for 1 month, I couldn't play tennis at all. And all I could do is shadow swing, because anything else would make me sick even more, and I would feel very tired very quickly. So the only thing I could do is actually shadow swing. And when I came back to tennis, when I came back on court, my coach was amazed how well I started playing. All of a sudden, like, I improved so much without playing, and my technique got better. So it's important that as you're doing it, you're also visualizing that you're on the court, that maybe you're playing your dream match against Felix or Dennis or Bianca or Serena or anybody else. So you're actually living that moment that soon maybe will happen to you. So very important to watch your matches, shadow swing, maybe shadow swing as you're watching your matches, so that it makes a little bit of a game, so you're pretending you're playing that match. It may seem crazy, all these things, but trust me, they work miracles if you take them serious. So the third thing you can improve while at home is your fitness. And when it comes to physical development, or any development for that matter, it's important you understand where you're very strong, what areas you're strong at, so that you can continue to maintain them and slightly getting better at them, and also understanding your weaknesses so that you can obviously narrow the gap and make some improvements in that area as well. So talk to your fitness coach, talk to your tennis coach, so maybe together you can come up with a plan on how to tackle those strengths and weaknesses and get better at it and become a better tennis player while being at home. Number 4, and I feel like we're not doing this enough, and this is reading. There are so many fascinating tennis books out there that are just entertaining to read alone, you know, just even if you're not a tennis fan, they're so interesting to read. And I will make a separate video on this because just in my library alone, I have a lot of books that are interesting from fiction standpoint and interesting from tennis standpoint, and I'll make a list and I'll recommend some to you guys. I think it's important that parents read tennis books. I think it's important that kids read tennis books, so that you're learning history of the game and you're learning various players' paths. And some of the books are gonna teach you how to be a better tennis player, whether it's tactical books or psychological books. There's plenty to learn. I know for a fact that Bianca Andreescu was reading a lot when she was 14, 15, 16, and still reading. And in this way you will also mix up how you spend your time, which is very important when it comes to balance. And the last thing I can recommend is that you plan your time. Remember when I was talking about development, and it's important to understand your weaker sides, your stronger sides. So think about what areas do you want to improve. Like, you can break it down: technical, tactical, physical, psychological. What do you want to improve in those areas? And whatever you put in your boxes, plan your week according to what you put in those boxes. In this way, you will feel that you're moving towards accomplishing certain goals other than just doing something for the sake of doing. And so imagine you're actually spending 1 hour or 2 hours a day, let's say 5 or 6 days a week, towards improving yourself as a tennis player. And 2 months, 3 months from now, you're gonna see a big difference, I promise you, if you're gonna stick to that plan, if you're gonna be disciplined enough. Coming up with the plan and sticking to your plan, as simple as it sounds, can do miracle for you guys. And if you need help planning, you can reach out to me and I'll be happy to help you in this or any other aspect. You can check out my website for full list of services that I provide, and we can start the conversation from there. So there you have it, guys. I know this is a short list of things and I could have probably included way more, and you guys probably can come up with more things to do, but to me those were the 5 most important things. So if you found this video helpful, please leave a like so that other people like you can discover it. And also, if you like the videos I'm producing, subscribe to my channel so that you can see more content like this. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next week.